This has been a crazy year. It could have either been the worst year of my career or the best year. I love hearing people say that I can't do something because that fuels me even more. I'm Rhys McClenaghan and I'm an Olympic gymnast. I'm the most decorated gymnast from Northern Ireland. My specialty is the pommel horse. It's the most challenging discipline in men's gymnastics. It was a very full-on childhood I had growing up. I was doing probably about 26 to 30 hours per week of training, getting changed in the car, doing my homework in the car, eating my dinner in the car, and then jumping straight into training for 4 hours. It hardened me, it taught me a lot of important life lessons.
In the car on the way back from gym, I was being like a mum, probably partly a coach, probably partly a sports psychologist. Rhys needed a coach.
Before I went to look at the age of 14, I was nothing special.
I remember just having this real feeling of, I can't wait till he understands how good he could be.
At the age of 16, I placed third behind Lewis Smith and Max Whitlock, who were the two best in the world. I proved to myself and proved to other people that I could perform on that stage. And after that, I really believed that I could go all the way. I don't want to be like Lewis and Max. I want to be better. I won Commonwealth Games, I won European Championships, then I came to the World Championships. The top 3 people in each final gets to go to the Olympics. In my case, I was just in my hotel room and that last score came in. And that was the moment I knew that I was going to the Olympic Games. Couldn't get the words out of my mouth, like, just tears straight away. Every time I talk about this, I get emotional. So my life was very focused on the lead up to the Olympics. Nothing else mattered, really. I had a girlfriend, I didn't focus too much on her. I had a family, I didn't focus too much on them. The competition was the only thing in my life that mattered. I was relaxed. It was just like any other competition. You know, started the routine fine, and the second skill, my finger just got caught in the handle.
All legs and parties off.
That's it, done. The Olympic dream of getting a medal was crushed.
The hard part about it is he knows he's better than that.
Another day. He'll do better.
I've had a year with no medals. It's been hard. I'm going to the Commonwealth Games, the European Championships, and the World Championships. Each competition is more challenging than the last. After Tokyo, I need to prove I can be the best gymnast in the world. I'm going to go to the Commonwealth Games, prove to myself, prove to everybody else that I'm capable of getting that gold medal wrapped around my neck. Nothing can stop me. We've had some bad news. I've been told that I can't compete at the Commonwealth Games. The FIG make rules for gymnastics competitions around the world. They've just told me that I can't compete. You have the choice, if you're a sports person from Northern Ireland, to represent Great Britain, Ireland, or both. And I feel like that or both is such an important part of this, and it's a part of this that the International Gymnastics Federation need to understand, really. I mainly compete for Ireland. At the last Commonwealth Games, I competed for my home country, but this year, they seem to have changed their minds. I'm being told, you're not Northern Irish. I know that I am. I know that I'm from here. You know, we're sitting at my childhood house right now that's in Northern Ireland, in Newtonards. National identity is a very personal thing.
A lot of people here don't even understand it, so we can't really expect a board who sits in Geneva to understand exactly what's going on. The Commonwealth Games is something a bit special because he's representing Northern Ireland.
The last Commonwealth Games took place in Australia in 2018. You know, they came out to Australia to watch me, and it was a childhood dream. Everything about that trip was just, it was like heaven. It was so mad. Just seeing my mum and dad in the stands, like, you know, cheering me on, seeing the pride in their face, it's just incredible, man. Following political intervention, a meeting has been called in Geneva to make a decision on my case. Fingers crossed anyway, during this training session we might find out some good news. It's only 2 weeks until the competition. Time's ticking.
Yeah. They're telling me it's been tweeted that it's all okay.
He posted it. That's one tweet.
19 minutes ago. That's mad.
I don't know if I should trust one tweet. So I'll wait for another couple of confirmations and then I'll start to celebrate. Good to see you too, Stephen.
How are you?
Hi, Stephen.
Good to see you. You well?
Yeah, I'm very well,
Good,
thanks.
We found out that we're going to the Commonwealth Games.
Yes!
Found out on Twitter, I think. I saw BBC posted it online. I hope I can go out there and retain my title that I have. We are currently in Belfast City Hall. It's a dinner with all of the Team NI athletes that are going to the Commonwealth Games, and you know, I'm one of them. We're doing a practice competition. So this is where we like replicate a competition in every way possible. So we'll get the Commonwealth kit on. We're going to be doing that pretend final today. So there's 2 scores that the judges have to calculate. There's a difficulty score and there's an execution score.
So this timer over here, I set half an hour ago. When that goes off, the boys all stop what they're doing, and that's going to cue the end of their rotation. It's not just about difficulty, and it's not just about how well you can do them. It's about putting those 2 together.
That's where things can take you by surprise. The difficulty score should be the non-subjective part, but the execution, you could get a really nice score. Some days, another day, you can get a very harsh score.
They'll go out into the corridor, and I'll make them wait there for 10 minutes before they march in. You have a first call, then you have a second call, and then you march out into like a waiting corridor, and then you march out into the field of play. You can't just throw in as much difficulty as possible and just wing it, because it tends to be messy. So it's about performing them with and being aesthetically pleasing, and that's how you get the best outcome score.
I like to make myself look a little bit nervous for these things, because then it does replicate a competition quite nicely. If you're a new gymnastics fan, then I'd just say, look at the routine. Did you think it looked better than the previous one, or the guy in first place at the minute? And that normally tells you the story. If I do that at the Commonwealth Games, that's a gold medal. Done this before I left for Olympics too. I don't know, I will always feel at home in Newton Ards. There's something about it. There's something about just that tower, just looking over the town. It just feels so, I don't know why I'm getting emotional here, like. I guess it's because I'm going to the Commonwealth Games. It's a big thing. Yeah, I love this town. It'll always be home.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right. Take care now.
Catch you on the flippy slope.
Enjoy.
Will do.
Good luck, mate. Have a good time. Try and enjoy it.
I will. I'm always nervous before the competition. Your mind is so sharp. It's in that fight or flight mode, and everything moves slowly. It's almost in slow motion. Around that 4-meter mat is unfamiliar. If you're in Birmingham, you're in this arena full of 13,000 people. All of that's unfamiliar. But as soon as my hands go on that pommel horse, it's like, I'm home.
He's going to need all of his skill and experience to help him out here.
Well, he can swing in a style of his own. Probably one of the most impressive pommel workers in the world. Oh, and he just had separation there, but he stayed on. Come on, you've got to keep the momentum. Oh, he did well to control the dismount. Little split in the legs, as he did in qualification.
14.133 for Rhys McClenaghan. It's not enough to go ahead of Joe Fraser.
I felt disappointed about my performance. The performance didn't go the way I planned. But to still come away with a medal at a major championships, I can't feel anything but excitement for the future because of that.
We were just so proud of him. What a fantastic way to get rewarded for all his hard work.
Congratulations.
A lot of pressure on you there, mate. That was brilliant. Well done. Never seen him so disappointed in a competition in my life.
Let's see the silverware. Wow.
I think he felt like he let the country down. Northern Ireland.
Okay.
I think there was just so much going on in his head that he was trying to rationalize, he was trying to problem solve, he was trying to think, and sometimes you just need to compose yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well
Yeah,
done,
for
mate.
sure. Cheers.
Oh, I'm so proud of you today. Thank you.
Any errors I made at Commonwealth Games, I want to improve for European Championships. It's good to be back at training this soon, actually, because I like to keep my mind busy after competitions like that. I like to make improvements straight away. And look, had a long conversation yesterday, just debriefing the Commonwealth Games.
We're working potential upgrades here to put in over the next kind of 6 months. And so I'm asking him to play with that now.
Doesn't matter what our other competitors are doing on the day. Doesn't matter what the judges are going to score me. What's in my control is the pommel routine that I can do and do to the best of my ability.
If you're striving for high performance and you're trying to be within that top percentage, it's demanding.
So, how about yourself? How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Happy enough with the result. Obviously, Routine didn't go exactly to plan. There was like a little bit of a hiccup. There's so many different injuries you get growing up in gymnastics, but then when you turn into an adult and into senior, that's when you start to get the proper injuries. You know, I broke my fingers a couple of times, 3 stress fractures in my wrists, surgery on my shoulder in 2019. I've torn a cartilage in my wrist, and that was very, very painful. You're pushing your body to the limits every single day.
No matter what you're doing in the gym, if you're injured, you can't train, and if you can't train, you can't compete, you can't win medals. Gymnastics has a pretty crazy culture of just doing one more, and just, you know, go in until your body can't take it, because it's built into the culture of being hard workers, and whilst that's great for a while, your body does start to give.
Luke had an amazing career. It was cut short. He's a perfect example of gymnastics pushing your body to the limits too much.
The crux of it was I snapped my tibia in half, and so that ended me then and there. The pain was too much. You know, I'm still really in pain every day, really, since then, unfortunately.
He's got his own dreams now as a coach, and his dreams as a gymnast are behind him. He's learned from mistakes in his gymnastics career, and now he's bringing it into my career. The European Championships will be an even greater challenge. I've won gold here before, so I'm confident I can do it again. Your body's pumping with adrenaline, your mind's going mad with endorphins and dopamine. Before we can compete in the finals, we have to qualify.
When he was little, I wanted him to enjoy his sport. Now that he's a world-class athlete, I still want him to enjoy his sport. Don't forget to smile. Don't forget to have a good time when you're there.
When something uncharacteristic happens in a routine, it's mostly because a lapse of focus happened. The one thing you don't do during that kind of skill is split your legs. I can't believe I did that. The routine didn't go well. There was the similar mistake that I made in Commonwealth Games. I'm better than this. I'm not sure. I like my mindset going into this competition, I really did. I'm not sure if that'll make finals or not. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. We're the first guys up, so it's going to be an anxious wait for sure throughout the day.
Yeah, we're just waiting to see if Rhys can get through to the finals. A guy that could have beat him just fell. So I'd say there's 3-4 people that have the chance to beat him.
Looks like I'm probably not going to make pommel final. Yeah, I can. So I'm in 8th at the minute, and you have to be top 8. Yeah, doesn't look likely at the minute.
Any elite gymnast from a young age is sacrificing a normal childhood.
I sacrificed everything. Like, my entire life has been altered in pursuit of my gymnastics career. Relationships have been lost. friendships have been lost.
The pride he gives us. We just burst.
No pommel final. Aiken. I'm put out of finals. Well, I wasn't in finals in the first place. Yeah, didn't make the finals, so didn't make top 8, and that was my doing, unfortunately. Raging. I want to be that consistent gymnast again. I was when I was in that year of 2018. I feel like that was when I was performing at my best. So I know there's something that needs to change anyway. I want to be that gymnast that when I put up my hand, everybody knows I'm going to go through that routine.
I feel nervous for Rhys after Munich, just because I just feel sometimes like he hasn't got his full confidence back. And that even stems right back to Tokyo, I think.
Sometimes there's no next time. Sometimes that's somebody falling off an apparatus and them knowing that their funding money, their salary is literally cut in half or taken away from them. If I don't perform well at World Championships, then I could risk cutting my salary in half. I've only got one competition left this year. I'm starting to wonder if I'm making a comeback or just drifting further away from what I want. Mindset is everything in this sport, and I'm starting to worry about mine.
World Championships is the end of this month, and we're all focused for that.
We've changed the routine.
Unfortunately, the road to perfection, as it were, is sometimes a rough one, and that's what we just have to learn the hard way.
Sport is really unfair. You know, there is this kind of idea, the harder you work, the more successful you're going to be. It's not the case, unfortunately. You can be the hardest worker in the room, and it doesn't mean you're also going to be the most successful.
I think when it comes down to putting your hand up and performing, especially on something like pommel horse, psychology is the difference.
Using the family supports for what you need, you know, different types of supports, and maybe more of an emotional support, being there when you just need a hug, when you just need a shoulder to cry on.
My family being there from the very start, the fact that they're still there is really special.
What I'm seeing in the gym every day is a confident Rhys, and that's really nice to see, and he's happy, and a confident, happy gymnast will always perform their best.
Arriving at Liverpool for the Worlds, I know that this is going to be a big deal. It has to go right.
Coming into World Championships, we're in a good place.
I've always dreamed of being the pommel horse world champion. Now's my chance. I'm going up against the toughest competition I faced all year. It was a feeling of I was completely ready. I couldn't have done any more in that preparation. I don't watch the person before me. I just turn around, put my head down, close my eyes, and visualize what I'm going to do on that pommel horse. I'm the person that's most prepared here. When I landed, it was like, this routine works. So my belief grew even more. I qualified first to the final. Nothing's going to be absolutely perfect, but it can be perfect by my standards, and my standards are pretty high. I have a job to do. I've got a job to go there and do the best pommel routine that I can do. I go to every competition wanting to win gold.
And he also has exited the apparatus. Sometimes one gymnast coming off increases the tension, especially when a second follows.
The nerves didn't get to me, the gravity of the situation didn't get to me.
Sacrifice, unfortunately, is just necessary. If you get the results without any sacrifice, maybe it's not as fun, maybe it's not as nice. He's a superstar in my eyes, you know, and I think he's an excellent role model for anyone in this country to look up to, for someone working hard. He's diligent, motivated, and is producing great results that are inspiring.
Luke has been a fantastic influence on Rhys. Right at the first meeting, he said, you know, he could be the best in the world. But if his coach believes that, we need to start believing that too.
A palpable hit from Rhys McClenaghan of Ireland.
I guess when we have kids, you have a new job. I think that job is to keep them healthy and happy. And you can only hope that they're successful in whatever they do. And I think my two are. So job done.
It's 15.3. Rhys McClenaghan has become the first ever Irish world champion.
And that's a crazy feeling. It's a feeling that I'll never forget. This has been a crazy year. It could have either been the worst year of my career or the best year. Oh man, it's the best day of my life. There's one medal missing from my collection, which is that Olympic gold medal. Hopefully I can achieve that and become the greatest pommel horse worker and gymnast to have ever done it.